Guys, I gotta get ready to go to the gyno. This is your reminder that while pap smears and breast exams suck, they're very necessary. They're not fun, but they're something that everybody with a uterus should do. I'm trying to think how far I want to take this. Guys, I literally, I don't know if you can see it. I don't think that you can. There's a fucking scab, on the crease of my nose. This one's better, but this one, I can't stop picking at it and it won't go away. And I'm sitting here guys, I fucked up my nose with my Conair spinny brush thing. And you know what I'm thinking? You know what sounds like a good idea? Putting fucking retinol on top of it. I don't think you can tell by me holding that up there how low I'm getting on this. And I don't... It's like $28 to replace it, but I can't be without it because the thing about retinol is once you start using it, you can't stop. You'll notice. If you stop using retinol, you will notice, especially if you're like me and you actually need it. Listen, I follow a lot of girls online that are in their early to mid 20s and they use retinol and it burns the shit out of their face. Girl, that's because you don't need it. That's because I slather myself. I fucking baste myself like a turkey every day. And I've never had a burn from retinol because I'm almost 37 years old. Because I will be 37 in 2 months. And I'm not 24 with proper cell turnover rate. If retinol is burning the shit out of you, it's because your skin hasn't started to leather up enough. Think of it this way. Your skin cell turnover rate really starts to slow around the time that your fertility starts to slow. If you're in the danger zone for being perimenopausal, not until that point do you need retinol. Also, it is storming very badly out. And I just took a shower, and the entire time that I was taking a shower, I was thinking about that lightning bug. You remember back in the 90s, there was that lightning bug that would sing songs about how you gotta play it safe around electricity. You gotta play it safe around electricity. That, and how he would always say in the commercials to not shower during storms. I'm getting ready to go to the fucking gynecologist. I have to take a shower. I have to take a shower. Listen, last year, I go to turn down the street to go to my gynecologist's office and the road is blocked off. But there's a sign that says the medical complex that she's in is still open. So I had to turn around and drive around looking for parking. Ended up parking a block and a half away. Mind you, it's hot as fuck outside. Here I am, freshly scrubbed, not worried about it at all. Listen, guys. I'm the type of person that I get into these rabbit holes of reading stories from different people's lives and stuff like that. And one of them, I like reading Reddit things where they're nurses, what's something that you would advise you would give your patients? Doctors, what's advice you would give your patients? Dentists, blah, blah, blah. And I'm always reading ones that are what's something that you wish your patients would do? And all these nurses and doctors and stuff are wear deodorant. Please wear deodorant. Please wash your ass. Please wash your belly button. Please wash your feet. So I think about this shit before I go to the doctor. Not just the gyno, any doctor. I'm scrubbing the shit out of myself. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that patient. So anyways, I promise that has a lot to do with everything. I pull up, there's road work. I have to park a block and a half away. And the whole fucking time I'm walking, I'm sweating my ass off. And all I can think is, I know I smell like a fucking soupy sail right now. I know that I fucking stink like sweat. This is horrendous. I'm so oh my God, I almost turned my ass around and was thinking of all these excuses that I could tell the secretary or the nurse or whatever, just to avoid point blank period have to be hey, I just had to walk in the heat for a block and a half and I think I may have swamp ass, anything to avoid that. Anyways, I got there and I was apologizing profusely, to the nurse. Before I even was in the gown, on the bed with my feet in the little thingy, I was like, I'm so sorry. I couldn't find parking. There was no fucking parking. There was no parking. And then like I think I need to get more of this. The like few places that I could find parking were tow-away zones. And I was like, my fucking luck would be I would get towed. So I had to walk. And she was like, oh, don't worry about it. Like, oh, we've been dealing with this road work for a while. And you're not the only patient that came in today saying that they had to walk for a while and all this stuff. And I'm thinking, so there's other people in here apologizing for having swamp ass. It's raining really bad. Like, and by raining, I mean it's fucking storming. And I had this moment of fear. Oh, did you guys see that? Where I was like, am I going to have to walk in the rain? Because I cannot reschedule my appointment. I've already rescheduled it. There's no road work, but it's a fear. I already had this appointment, and the morning of the appointment, I woke up on my period and showed up to the appointment anyway because I was kind of having a fucking, what's it called? Like a Hail Mary moment. Like, please, I need my birth control. I need my birth control. I had one refill left on it, and I was like, I'm just kind of tossing my luck or whatever out there, hoping that I can get a refill on this and we can just schedule next year's PAP, because the guidelines are every 2 years. And the nurse was like, well, your doctor likes to do yearly, not every 2 years. So I had to reschedule for today, because I was on my period, which I apologize profusely for. And honestly, you could be like, Shay, why didn't you call and reschedule? Like, why didn't you call and reschedule? Why'd you go all the way in? Because like I said, I had one last year, so I thought that maybe they could just reschedule me. Okay? And the nurse was like, oh, it's cool. Like, you can't really control your body. You know what I mean? Like, our body does whatever it wants. And I've had like these severe bouts of anemia where I didn't get a period for like months, and then I finally get one, and it's the morning that I have a gynecologist appointment, because that's my fucking luck. By the way, if this conversation makes you uncomfortable, I actually factually do not care. I actually factually don't give a fuck, because it's actually pathetic that in 2026 people still are like, ugh, about periods. Like, get a fucking grip. Get a fucking grip. They're as normal and healthy as breathing. They're as normal and healthy as breathing, and the conversation surrounding it needs to be normalized, and I absolutely fucking refuse. And it's funny to me, but it's not funny to me, the amount of people that are like, I can't go to the gynecologist, I'm uncomfortable. I'm here to tell you it is uncomfortable, but you need to do it. You gotta go. It's like going to the dentist. We all should be going to the dentist regularly, and not when there's just an emergency. I say that as somebody who only goes to the dentist when it's an emergency, but it is something that you should do no matter how uncomfortable it is. And guess what? Periods fucking suck, and they fucking ruin your life. And then women experience things like PMDD. Did you guys know that PMDD usually sets in your late 20s, early to mid 30s? And did you know it gets worse with time? And did you know that there's 2 cures for it? It's a hysterectomy, or it's birth control, which is the approach that I take. And did you guys know that it gets worse and worse and worse with age? And did you know that it causes severe depression, anxiety, and for you to be unhinged to the point that like you no longer want to be here? Guys, I actually factually can fucking tell you, if it were not for birth control, I don't know where I would be. I don't know if I would be sitting here right now. So let's all grow the fuck up and get over it. You know what I mean? I'm going to try to do my eyebrows and talk at the same time, but it's not funny to me. I was about to say it's funny to me, but it's not funny to me. The amount of people with a uterus that deal with shit either and don't know that it's not normal, or think it is normal and don't realize that it's not, because nobody's having the fucking conversation about it. Nobody's having the conversation about it. And by the way, I wanted to bring up too, PMDD not only affects your mental health, it also affects your physical health. You can get like PMS symptoms for like 2 to 3 weeks out of your cycle, but it's not just like the food cravings, the depression, the anxiety, shit like that. It can also give you cramps, bloating, breast pain, all of that. Did you know that? Did you know that? Speaking of boobies, speaking of breast pain, the last time that I was at the gyno, she was like, you're 35. Yeah, I was 35, just shy of 36. Now I'm 36, just shy of 37. She was like, have you ever had a mammogram? Wait, have you ever had a mammogram? I was like, no, I've never needed to have one, you know? Have you ever had a mammogram? I was like, no. She's like, well, women your age should blah, blah. I'm like, it's like how when I was at my cardiologist's office, he was like, yeah, people your age, middle-aged people. Do you ever look at your doctor and they're just telling you the truth? Like that you're middle-aged and you're like, you're a fucking hater. You're a fucking hater. I'm gonna hold off getting a mammogram until she like tells me that I have to do it. She asked me if I had ever done it, and I said no. Oh my God, could you hear my eyelid like suctioning to my eye and then like unsuctioning to my eye? I'm gonna hold it off though, until she tells me that I've got to do it. She just asked me if I did. I'm gonna hold it off because I don't want to do it. I did like a blood test a couple of years ago. Hold on, let me grab my eyeshadow. Anyways, I did a blood test a couple of years ago to see if I have anything lingering in my body that's going to show up later, and try to take my ass out, and everything came back negative. I did back in, listen, the first entry on my chart, I'm trying to think if I want to do gray or brown. I really kind of want to do gray. But the first entry on my fucking my chart is from February 2017. And it's when I had an abnormal pap. Guys, listen, I didn't go to the gynecologist for 4 years because I was afraid. Because I was afraid for really bad news. Like, I thought they were going to tell me something bad. And guess what? They did. Not to scare you, but like, you know, my first entry on my chart is where I had an abnormal pap back in February 2017. And then I went through like the biopsy in the office. Not gonna lie, fucking sucked. And then I had the cone biopsy, and then they went in and they like froze my cervix. And I never had to do anything beyond that. But still, it sucked. All of it sucked. All of it fucking sucked. If nothing else motivates you to go get a pap smear, just know that like those types of things need to be caught early, because if they don't, bad things can happen. And I'm very lucky that a bad thing didn't happen to me. And you can be like, oh, what do you mean a bad thing didn't happen to you? That is a bad thing. Oh, it could have been much worse. Because if that shit would have hit my blood system, it could have gone anywhere in my body that it felt like going. Not to scare you, but those are the facts. This is a big kid talk. Those are the facts. Oh, good. Oh, good. I think I did too much. I think I did too much. I was just trying to do a little bit of light makeup before my appointment. I'm over here doing too much. Also, I'm gonna be streaming tonight, and I don't want to deal with doing my makeup, so I've got to put something on that's going to hold up when I inevitably come home and just black out for a few hours. My eyeliner is dried out. I did my eyeliner last night on stream, and I did the God love her, God rest her beautiful soul. I did the Amy Winehouse thing where she just got bigger and bigger and bigger. I was just overcompensating. It's because it's dried out. I don't know if you can see. Oh, you can't. But the tip, when I try to use it, it gets flat. And so I have like no control over whatever the fuck I'm trying to do. Also, I'm like super fucking hungry. So I'm starting to like lose my train of thought. Maybe I need to do my eyeliner off camera and think about what I wanted to say. Go think about what you did. I love this eyebrow. This one can fuck off. I love this eyebrow. Anyways, I was watching, hold on a second. What age should I start getting a mammogram? 40. I was gonna say, I was watching my footage back and here I am telling everybody to get their pap, but then simultaneously being like, I'm not gonna get a mammogram until she tells me to. I'm not gonna get a mammogram until she tells me to. That's because I am not exactly the age that they're recommended for. She just asked if I had one. But if she was like, hey, get a mammogram, I'd be like, okay. Order me one and tell me where to go. I'm just putting that shit off as long as I can, though. Like, I'm just putting that shit off as long as I can because that sucks. I don't want nothing to do with it. And the thing is, I got little scoots. I think it sucks no matter what size your scooties are, but I got little ones, so, but listen, it don't matter how big or how small they are, they'll snatch them bitches up. I just can't imagine it's going to be that easy, which I feel like in my head, I feel like it's just going to add to the pain. I think my mascara is like full the fuck on drying out, and I'm mad about it. I'm not very happy. I'm very mad about it. Oh my God. It's storming so bad, and I keep having this fear that I'm gonna have to walk in it. Like, not only I'm having these flashbacks from last year, but I'm thinking, so imagine last year plus rain, but it's not gonna happen because they don't have no fucking whatever it's called, road work. I'm running my chops too much. I'm gonna, my thingies are gonna dry too much. God, I keep thinking, these are like LA Colors eyelashes. I went to put them on during stream last night and I couldn't find them, and guess where the fuck they were? Right in front of my face. Right in front of my fucking face. Anyways, I keep thinking about like the amount of people that I see that like bitch about, like, people bitching about their period or talking about their period online. You people are the reason that little girls shove toilet paper in their underwear at school and hide that they've started their period and are confused and don't really know what to do and don't understand what's happening to their body because you're causing shame, which is it's so fucking stupid. I don't want to deal with bottom liner right now, so I'm just gonna put on a little bit of mascara. I honestly see if I put on bottom, because I'm not gonna put setting spray on. I don't feel like it. I honestly see myself, like, if I put any kind of bottom liner on, I feel like it's gonna crease. I feel like it's gonna crease. You know what I just realized? It's very hot out and it's storming and the AC in our Jeep is trash. I'm not gonna be able to roll down the windows, so I'm gonna be stuck in this hot ass Jeep. When I took my shower, I took it downstairs because I was already downstairs and I didn't want to come upstairs and take a shower. I didn't give a shit that I was going to be sitting down. I was like actually like afraid that I was going to be dizzy. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll just take a really quick shower, like a really quick yet thorough shower down here without my fucking shower chair. And I had to push through seeing stars to finish shaving my armpits. It's so funny that I just had a cardiology appointment a couple of days ago and he's like, I can't enthuse to you enough how bad the heat is for you. Me, you know what sounds good? Locking myself in a hot fucking humid car. I think this is fine. The little bit of shit I put on the bottom. I'm actually not excited about that. And I have to have my compression leggings on. I'm actually not excited about going outside and burning the fuck up. I just dropped my stuff. You didn't look at my bald spot, did you? Just say no. I think I'm developing like the hangries. I'm a little bit hangry. I don't care to deal with my hair. Guys, I haven't been wearing wigs because all my wigs have blonde in them and I don't want to deal with blonde hair right now. And I have this like really pretty long black wig in my Amazon cart. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet because we had to pay to get the Jeep fixed last week, but then I'm also thinking, like, I really would like to make poke cake, and that costs as much as that wig does. My fat ass choosing food over a new wig, of course. I was trying to keep my bangs back, but they want to be free. I don't want to deal with lipstick right now. Maybe I'll put some on when I get home, but I don't want to deal with it right now. I think I might just put some lip gloss on, because I actually factually don't give a shit to you. My face is like jarring me right now. Bitch, what are you doing? I don't know who needs to hear this. It's getting hot out. All right, I'm gonna go. I got the hangries. I'm getting a little bit hangry. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.